Should we start, censoring ourselves? Should we get out of this business? And I'm like, hell no, it's time to fight. But people are scared. Robert Reich points to a troubling trend, and that's self-censorship. It's starting to happen across all what he refers to as the five major pillars of society: universities, science, the media, law, and the arts. And, with regard to the arts, we just saw the White House Correspondents Association dinner. Tragically, Eugene Daniels is the head of this thing. I thought the guy had a spine, but apparently not. The Trump administration criticized this young black woman comedian who was going to do the honors this year. And of course, you always roast the president. And the White House said, no, you don't. Trump doesn't like to be criticized. And so, they said, okay, we won't have her. Instead, we'll just have happy talk or something. I'm not a member of the White House Correspondents Association. I've been to several of their dinners as the guest of a member. The member was Ellen Ratner with the Talk Radio News Service. So I don't, I can't speak to the inner workings of all this, but it'll be interesting to see if there's a general boycott of the dinner this year, or if people are still going to go. I would be inclined not to show up as a protest. So, and Reich is talking about it, a friend who's a professor at Columbia University who says that he doesn't even want to write down and email Robert Reich his opinions on Donald Trump. He's afraid that the university or the administration, like the FBI, will read his emails and use them against him as a professor. And this is, Reich says this is starting to have a chilling effect on open dissent. I can tell you, I know progressive writers and broadcasters, but in particular, I'm thinking of two writers who have reached out to me in the last 6 months, or the last couple of months, explicitly saying, are you concerned? Should we start, censoring ourselves? Should we get out of this business? And I'm like, hell no, it's time to fight. But people are scared. There was this French scientist who was coming to a conference in Houston and got sent back to France. You had the Canadian businesswoman who was thrown into jail for a couple of weeks. Jeff Bezos over at the Washington Post is clamping down on what the editorial writers can say. You got large, powerful law firms that are now bending the knee. One just gave $100 million to Trump's causes. Another gave $40 million I guess it was 2 weeks ago. This is happening right across the board. ABC gave Donald Trump $15 million, and he's still talking about pulling their license. Nikki Glaser, one of the celebrities to walk the red carpet at the Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prizes, says she now thinks twice before making political jokes about Trump. She said, you just are scared that you're going to get doxxed and death threats, or who knows where this leads, detained. Honestly, that's not even a joke. It's like a real fear. Yeah. This is something that we should all be concerned about. This is not how America should be. This should not be the United States of America.